Day of the Dead is a pre-Columbian holiday that was originated in Oaxaca, Mexico, right? And then they somehow kept it going after the Spaniards came and Catholicism took over. All
Hmm.
Saints Day, it hit underneath. Dia de los Muertos hit underneath the same day. That's why it still continues today and has even grown more in the last decades here in the states.
Right.
Um, but about 10 years ago, everyone's favorite entertainment company, Disney, tried to trademark the holiday.
Oh, I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah.
That was
So
that was crazy.
so yeah. Well, I mean, are we now surprised at anything they do?
No, but I guess back then they were a little bit more low key. That
I
was,
mean,
before all the Marvel stuff,
right.
and Disney was more like a kids company to us. If this was like 10 years ago,
This is 2013. It's coming, and then this is a cartoon from Lalo Alcaraz, and he says it's coming to trademark your cultura. That means
right?
culture. Muerto Mouse.
I get it.
Opens nationwide on Dia de los Muertos. This was his protest. He's actually very left, very political. But he hits the mark, kind of like how some of those points were made in the Johnny Legs. He hits the mark sometimes. More than not, I don't agree with him, but stuff like this, I'm like, he
Oh,
hit
oh
it on
yeah.
the,
I mean,
you know,
it's wrong to disagree with someone just because they're that person when they make a good point.
good point. But you had asked me, and of course we're on Day of the Dead, and I'm like, man, this just doesn't get old. Doesn't go to remember, we're dealing with a company that tried to trademark Day of the Dead because they had a movie that was not titled yet. And
Yeah.
that movie, yeah, yeah. And that movie would have become Coco. I don't know, did you ever see Coco?
No, I don't think so.
So Coco is an animated musical. It's actually pretty good. I like Book of Life better, but the reaction in the Latino community like went up. Like you can't trade Day of the Dead. You can't trademark Day of the Dead. You
Yeah, I
know?
mean, holy shit, goes back to before the Spanish. You
Yeah.
gonna trademark that? Are you crazy?
So I just wanted to bring this up and just for people to remember, what kind of company we're dealing with. Race swapping is one thing and all their identity politics and all this stuff, whether however your feelings on it, but you know, this is this was my first thing of them being just low.
Yeah. I mean, that must have backfired spectacularly. I was more of a normie back then. I wasn't into YouTube or listened to any of that stuff back then. So I don't really remember the reactions, but the reactions must have been brutal from the Latino community.
Well, yeah, and everyone really rallied behind this, and Lalo got a lot of play off of this. And here's the funny